Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of And My Computer's Acting Up. This is going to be a weird day today. It looks like week 18 in the NFL. It's the Sideline Junkies. That's the gentleman Jack Carr. That's the big guy KG. And maybe I'm just talking to myself. I don't know. I can't tell right now what's going on. If anybody can hear me, please give me a hands up, a salute, or something. All right.
I hear you, partner.
Until we figure this out, I'm just gonna keep going like it's a normal day. Can you hear me, Jack Carr?
Yes, sir.
Because you're frozen, bro. Or it is my
No,
side.
I'm not. I'm not frozen. I'm
right.
moving and
There we
grooving
go.
up on this point.
Now you starting to move.
You frozen. You like that little Frozen movie, don't you? That's your soft side.
I
You
think
watch
we're having an
Frozen.
interesting morning right now.
I'm not. I'm having a fun morning. But I will go off screen to blow my
I
nose.
don't know what's going on. All right, so let's recap. Yesterday we had some football games. We have the Ravens 35, the Browns 10. The Browns started Bailey Zappi. Talking about a team that wanted to show me they didn't want to win or play at all yesterday. This was the ball club. They just came. They said 1, 2, 3 Cancun. It was ugly the whole way. The Ravens just got what they wanted, moved up and down the field. I'm surprised that Lamar was in the ball game as long as he was.
Me too.
Just nothing. Cleveland gave him nothing, did nothing, had nothing. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, no, that's the same game I saw. I was on that channel. I was watching that game. Yeah, it was like Cleveland was just watching the clock. Let's get on vacation time. That organization got a lot of straightening out to do. I think Stefanski is the coach for that team, but they need a QB1. I'm surprised. It's crazy how the whole what's the boy's name from Houston? You gotta forgive me, I'm an old guy. The quarterback that sold out in the beginning, got all these rape charges and stuff.
Deshaun Watson.
Watson, that's it. My bad, guys. Thanks for helping. Watson, it's crazy how
I don't know.
the numbers he was putting up in Houston with D Hop and all that, and then came to Cleveland and ain't done nothing near close to what he did in Houston. So Cleveland needs a quarterback bad. I just would hate to see Cleveland ruin one of these young quarterbacks coming out this year because they need some work, man. So that general manager over in Cleveland, he's gonna be busy. So we'll see what's up. If they don't clean house over there, I don't know. It's a mess in Cleveland. You still with me, Midnight Rider? Well, I'm just gonna keep on going.
Hey, I think we got some technical stuff going on. Let's pause for a minute to see if we can restart this. Because you're choppy on my side. I don't know what it sounds like when you're in. I don't know what KG has going on. If we can, I'd say let's step out and then step back in and see if we get a better signal. Does that sound good?
Sure, if y'all like to do that, I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna hop out and hop back in. Let's see what we get.
See, I don't even know if anybody can hear me, but you get pure, unadulterated KG. Now, I'll say this. The Ravens beat the Browns. And thank you, Earl, for saying you guys appreciate that. The Ravens beat the Browns. Lamar solidified his place atop the best quarterbacks in the league. And he just probably wrapped up the MVP. 41 touchdowns, 6 picks? Come on now. Lamar Jackson is your 2024 NFL MVP. There's no way to slice it. There's no way to put it any other way. Lamar showed that he is your MVP. Jack Carr back with us. You got any disputes with that, Jack?
Eh, I'm still on the Allen train. I like Josh Allen's numbers. Uh, I think Josh is doing. I think he's doing more to help his team win, and has a tougher time of doing it. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because a lot of times clean cut don't necessarily mean clean cut. So I'm interested in seeing when this MVP choice comes out. And then they got a big decision on defensive MVP too, man. That's going to be interesting.
Sorry about that, fellas.
It's all good.
Nah, I came in. You were talking about MVPs. Who was the MVP you thinking about?
KG was specifying that Lamar Jackson is the MVP, hands down, shirts off, hats off, everything.
Nah, I think Josh Allen is definitely in the conversation for sure. I think this is gonna, because the way the media is propped it up, I think he's gonna have some looks. I think Saquon gets maybe a small amount of votes, but I think this is a two-man race between those two. The only way Burrow gets involved in the conversation is if his team actually makes it into the playoffs. And Tim's right. He had a better Joe Burrow definitely had a better year. But the NFL, and I don't even want to say the NFL, I think it's the media. The media likes Josh Allen more than they like anybody else. Looks like Earl Lawrence says Lamar's numbers are the best he's ever had, but Burrow has more yards and TDs, but won't go to QB with the record the Bengals have. Absolutely correct. I totally agree.
Bengals hot. What's the Bengals? 1-5 in a row?
Yep. They got wins, but it's still. I think that's too much.
9-8 or are they 10-7?
Let's double check that.
Yeah, I usually have my standings up in front of me. I will have them up in a moment.
You good?
Standings, bang.
Let's go to the other game.
Bengals are 9-8, so you're over 500, man. Why doesn't that put you in the MVP race? Your team got to be, 14-3 to be an MVP.
I think the leagues and the media themselves make these records about the team with the better record or the best record. They don't allow teams that aren't in the top 2 or 3 in the thing win the MVP. It's simple. And Mr. Timothy Watkins eloquently puts that fucking Tomlin got on his knees for the Bengals again. That's interesting. But yeah, I think the problem is with Pittsburgh is they have no flow, and Pickens dropped a couple balls yesterday that probably would have put them in a better light. But because,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to Pickens, do y'all get the feeling that he's falling in line with every other big name Pittsburgh receiver that they had in like the last 15, 20 years? He's falling in line with the Santonio Holmes, the Chase Claypools, the Juju Smith-Schusters, the Antonio Browns, where it's just like you had and Pittsburgh has produced a lot. Let me not say produced, but they've had a lot of good receivers that were good in their system and went elsewhere and didn't bust a great. We didn't hear from Santonio Holmes, and Plexico is the only one that went somewhere else and did something. He won the Super Bowl in New York. But we didn't hear from a lot of those other guys. And I think George Pickens is going to wind up in that same category of Pittsburgh Steelers that go somewhere else and don't bust a great. He's going to be like Chase Claypool. He's going to be like Juju. He's going to be like AB. AB already crazy, but Pickens, man, like, dude, this dude, the quarterback will throw a pick and he'll suplex the daggone a DB. Like, Man, bro needs to be evaluated.
Well, he's like the Gilbert Arenas of the NFL. I mean, he's got more talent than you can throw away, and his only problem is he's a head case. If he wasn't a head case, he probably would have been the number one receiver taken off the board or number two receiver taken off the board in his draft class. But because he is a head case, and we saw it all on display at Georgia, like it's not like it's brand new. He didn't come to Pittsburgh and become this guy. He's been this person the whole time. So it's not like I think he's different in that regard. Timothy Watkins again, Pickens is good, but he's a head case. Yeah, that's his only problem. And if they had anybody else to go along with him, I think their offense would be better. But I mean, Freiermuth is good, but he's not enough at tight end or explosive enough to give them a balance where you got to worry about something else. And I think that's their problem right now. They are just short on receiver talent. I think they're okay at QB. I'm not saying they're good, but I think that's where their issue becomes. And then they have to figure out what are they doing with Najee next year.
And I do something with them. They ain't using them right, in my opinion. They don't give Najee the ball near enough.
Here's a question for you guys about Pittsburgh as a whole. How is this team that was one of the hottest teams in the NFL? They started out really, really good with Justin Fields. They bench him, bring Russ in, they keep rolling. And then all of a sudden, they've lost, 4 straight games, and they're backing into the playoffs? That's not a Pittsburgh team.
I mean, I think you got it backwards. I think that's exactly what Pittsburgh's been the last couple years. I think besides maybe last year, but 2 years ago, what was it? That one year they were like 11-0. They beat Washington. I think it was Ben's last year. After that, they just went down a wormhole in that year and didn't do anything. And then
they lost to Washington.
That's what I'm saying. What did I say?
You said they beat Washington.
I'm sorry, they lost to Washington. I apologize. Yeah, they lost to Washington that night, and then they weren't the same after that. And they've snuck in every which way you could sneak in the playoffs the last 2 years as well. So I think this is kind of their MO. They kind of hit a wall where their talent is good against the bad teams, and they're okay against good teams. They'll still win here and there because of their defense, but if their defense isn't clicking, then they're a struggle bus.
True.
Wow, we just getting all the expletives out today, Tim.
I see that.
Yeah, he's on.
Did KG bring up Melody Sweeney's comment where she thinks Josh Allen should be in the conversation? She's a Josh Allen supporter for MVP. Hey Mel, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. That's Melody Sweeney from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm loving seeing the new viewers every week, man, and the comments are just awesome. I love that. So thanks, guys.
Think Tomlin has lost the team. I think Tomlin.
Nah.
I'm gonna say something that I wouldn't have said at the beginning of the year. I think Tomlin has to go. I think they have to get rid of him because I think his message is falling on deaf ears.
Did you just say?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Dude, the guy never had a losing season. How you let a coach like that go?
I think you gotta let him go. You've been 8-8, and like 10 and whatever you are this year. I just think it's time for them to go ahead and get a different voice.
Nah, I don't think so. And I don't think he's lost the team or the players or the ear.
All right.
I'd stop a train for Mike Tomlin myself. I like him. I love him as a coach.
Hold on. Since 1969, the Steelers have had Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher,
Mike Tomlin.
3 coaches that they've had, and all 3 have won Super Bowls.
In 50, 60 years.
But we're talking an organization that loves to ride out. Pittsburgh doesn't fire coaches. The Rooney family doesn't fire coaches. Coaches retire. Tomlin's nowhere near retirement. If his message is falling on deaf ears, then he ain't got the right guys in the building.
Well, I think that's the other problem. I think that's part of the problem as well. They can draft the pass rusher. Their problem is, and they can draft adequate receivers, but right now they're in the rut. They don't have a Pickens is their best receiver, which is a problem. I mean, Hayward's on his last legs, so that's another part of the problem. And then in terms of the secondary, you got Fitzpatrick, you got Porter as a corner, but the other corner, Jackson, the kid they got from Carolina, I'm not worried about him.
Well, you saying
So
Hayward's
it's
on
got to
his
be
last
something
leg?
somewhere.
I'd take 2 Haywards and 3 on Sunday, man.
I would too,
last
but I
legs
think
is maybe some other players good legs.
I think he's come to the end of the road.
Yeah, he got a couple in him, I think. So we didn't talk about the other game. Did we talk about the Cincinnati game yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since you want to talk about Mike Tomlin going, let's talk about Black Monday. You think he's going to be one of the coaches that go on Black Monday?
Yep.
Yeah.
You throw Antonio Pierce in that mix too.
2 atrocities. Go on.
What has Pierce done? What has he showed you?
Bro, one season of no quarterback. And I'm not even making it about what I normally make it about. One season of no quarterback. And you're telling me, oh, well, you got to go. He doesn't have a fucking team put together. He hasn't put his stamp on the team because you can't put your stamp on the team in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't went out and got anybody for him. They haven't done anything for him, but you expect him to win. But next year, they're going to sign a high-profile coach, and all of a sudden, he's going to have money bags and Brinks trucks backed up to the door for all the free agents and people that he wants, and they're going to draft right. And then all of a sudden, this team's going to win? Come on, son. We're not going to go down this road. It repeats itself every daggone coaching cycle. We're not going to do this.
Well, I tell you guys,
he gone.
A coach I'm concerned about having job security is a coach that was high on my list last season, and that's Doug Peterson over in Jacksonville. I think he got to make sure his luggage stays around. And the other guy is going to be Brian Dable in New York. I think he's good as gone. So that's the 2 coaches I think definitely going to catch a bus out of town. So,
well, Doug Peterson's. I was going to say Peterson's card. No, just real quick, because I want to go back to the 2 you named. Peterson's card at what time they play? If they play at 1, at 4:30, his card to get in the building is going to be deactivated.
Oh shit!
And you might as well go ahead and call an Uber for Dayball because he probably won't. They won't even let him ride the team bus back, and they can pick up Joe Shane because I think nobody's had a worse looking. Yeah, I think nobody's looked worse after you watch the show. What is it called? The HBO show. And you saw their offseason, nobody looks worse than Joe Shane. Nobody. His 2 people that he depended on or said, oh, this is the guy I must have, and this is the guy I can do without. They've actually had opposite years. The guy that he stood on the table for, Daniel Jones, stunk it up. And the guy that he kicked out the door did it up. So he's going, I just can't see how both of those guys keep a job on Monday. Or after whatever time their game is today. I just don't see it. They probably be like they'll be fired so fast that it'll be on what's the Sunday Night of America. Like we'll be watching the Collinsworth kid, Jace, and Mike Tirica company, and they're gonna be announcing it then. Like that's how soon I think they're gonna be gone.
Yeah. You got the coaches that we think are gonna be leaving. But I heard word this morning that Sexy Rexy might be coming back to New York. Did you guys hear anything about that? Rex Ryan?
I think they're in the mode of going through the hacks again because always around this time of year, you always hear Louis Riddick gets a GM interview, Rex Ryan gets a head coach interview. They even interviewed Ron Rivera, in New York. So it look like they trying to go from bad to worse.
Hold on. We're not gonna do that. Don't do it.
Do what?
Win with style. Don't do it. Don't do it. And Ron Rivera might be your next head coach with the Jets because it's a lot of players. Fedarian Mathis, Jamin Davis, they done signed a lot of his former players, and everybody was like, "Oh, he about to put the band back together." But Ron Rivera may be your best, the next coach. But let's not fall into that trap of slandering Ron.
Why not?
Let's do that.
Why not? Why not, KG?
Because we're not going to do that. We're not no talent. Hold on. We're not the talentless hackers down in Dallas. We're not the talentless people that's in Cleveland. We're not the talentless fans in Philly. We're not none of that. We're gracious, and we're not going to slander Ron now that he's no longer here. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to allow it.
That's my look. And
if I was on camera right now, I'd give you that. But Jack, that's a $5 fine.
I won't talk about it. Straight up.
That's a $5 fine, Ron.
So we got the Bears.
You got yours.
The Bears are definitely looking for a coach. So the Patriots are 3-13. Are you keeping Mayo?
Yes, this is his first season.
I'd keep Mayo.
Okay.
You got some comments over here talking about some folks.
Of course, the Jaguars we mentioned. The Panthers are in the market for a new coach, right? The Saints.
The Saints already got their coach lined up. They're getting Aaron Glenn.
Okay, if you say so.
It was already breaking news last night. It was the news broke already. They're signing Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's gonna be their new coach. They just can't officially announce it, but it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be.
How can they? They can't even interview him right now.
Trust me, what I say. I got an inside source. Trust me, what I say. Aaron Glenn's gonna be your next coach in New Orleans.
All right. Peyton's in the Broncos. We got the Jets needing a coach. Talk about the Dolphins. McDaniel or whatever his name is, the young guy.
He'll stay in Miami. Let's keep him.
I think he got one more season. This will be his last season.
What? What do you say, Minera? KG?
This will be McDaniel's last season. Not this season, but next season will be his last season. They don't do anything. They don't make the playoffs. He already on the hot seat. They're not going to do anything.
I'll give you that. If McDaniels don't do nothing next year, yes, sir, he getting a big boot. But right now, I don't see no reason to roll him out. He's had quarterback problems, injuries. You know, I know sometimes that doesn't matter, but he's not going nowhere at Miami. And Jack Sweeney chiming in. This here's the second part of that Sweeney tag team that's hitting us this morning from Wisconsin. Thanks, guys. He say Tomlin ain't going anywhere. He'll be back next year. McCarthy in Dallas is gone. I'm up here in Bear Country and Packer Country. The Bears are thinking about bringing McCarthy in. I haven't heard nothing about that, but
I've heard that conversation.
I don't think McCarthy. Well, it's hard to say what's going on in Dallas because Jerry's cuckoo right now anyway. So I don't know where McCarthy's going to go if he's going to leave. Jerry's probably going to clean house after this as far as front office and coaches.
Well, Jerry doesn't have to do anything because the guy's contract is up. So
that's
it's
right.
up to him to come back if he wants to come back anything, or they have to make a deal with him.
No offer. Yeah, right.
And this is a great comment. Pittsburgh is just not bad enough to get a good pick.
True, Tim. True.
Earl Lawrence says, bye, they gone. I'm with you.
I think he's saying that about just the bad coaches in general.
Rivera is asked too. So, Tim, that's a $5 fine to you, I guess, because KG's fining us for talking bad about Ron Rivera. We can't besmirch the name of Ron Rivera. I don't know where that's coming from, but
a large group of ass.
Opie Buchanan. I hope Jerry lives forever. You dang
True
right.
that,
'Cause I just want him to stick around as long as he can, because he's going to run this in the ground. And then Earl Lawrence asks a great question: what coach going to work with Jerry? I think it's the problem is it's 1 of 32 jobs, and you're going to take the Dallas job because you always going to be on TV, and you just got to deal with Jerry's stunts. But Jerry will pay you,
Mhm.
and he'll even fire you and keep you paying you. So only team that pays more coaches or has more dead money in coaching is the Raiders, which doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
Lee Ice, what's up, Lee Ice?
Hey,
If
Lee.
anyone thinks about hiring Ron, they should be drug tested.
True.
Come on, Lee Ice. Let's not do this, y'all.
KG, you the only one.
Let's not do this.
You the only one on Riverboat Ron ship. You the only one. Nothing to
All
say,
right,
huh?
let's get into the nickel, man. Let's start talking about these games.
Nickel time.
This is an ugly slate.
It is. It sure is.
I've tried to bet this, and the bad thing is our pick segment comes down to this week. I think I have like a 2-game lead on
I
KG.
agree with that.
Go ahead. Which one is it?
I agree with Opie down there. Somebody's going to hire John Gruden. I think so too.
All right, let's start here. But you ain't the coach with Jerry. You a puppet. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you still doing your thing coaching wise. It's just Jerry wants all the public press. I wouldn't mind that because he can take all the gunshots from the local media, all the jokes and all that stuff, and you just go back and do your job. You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind that part.
And guess
And
what?
then,
Guess what? That's why Dallas ain't won nothing in 30 years. Because Jerry wants to be the guy taking all the slings and the arrows and the gunshots in the media because he doesn't let the coaches coach. If he would have let Jimmy coach and Jimmy put that team together, they would have won for 40 years. Please, let's not do this. Jerry is the worst thing possible, and I hope he lives forever, and I hope he owns that team forever because they're a shithole.
Yeah, Washington had the same situation with Danny Boy. It's same. I mean,
Exactly, because he was trying to beat Jerry.
he wants to be the GM and make all the choices and the trades and the draft picks, and you gotta let the people that do that for a living do that. And just because you own the damn team, but that's how it is when you're the guy with the most money in your pocket. You do what you want.
you create bad working situations,
Do
dysfunctional
that.
organizations. I
Exactly.
think you see that in Carolina, and I think you see that with Jerry. Guys that just got a bunch of money, and you see that in the Jets. Guys with a lot of money, but they just don't know how to put a team together or put people in place and let them do their jobs. And let's jump on this Opie comment because it's interesting to me because
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot more of John Gruden the last couple of weeks. Maybe it's because I've been heavy into the Barstool sports stuff. But somebody's going to hire John Gruden. I think we're far enough away from that scandal that I think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to actually find a way to get him in the hiring cycle because you notice they really haven't touched that email situation in a while. They haven't brought it back up. They haven't really gone down the road. And I think the reason why is because they're trying to find the right cycle to put him into and get him back into coaching. And that way he won't continue his lawsuit. So I definitely can see him coming back. See. Translate this one for me, Jack.
I think he's agreeing with Watkins talking about, yeah, Jerry, keep the team. I think that's what Earl's saying. Don't get me wrong, Jerry, keep it, bro. And see, Watkins like Snyder. Yeah, of course. Same reason we like Jerry.
Exactly.
So come on. Let's get into this nickel, man. What game we calling first?
Go ahead, KG. We didn't hear you.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was you saying?
I think he's dealing with something at the house.
Okay. That's why I
So
just
let's
kind of
say
just
this.
jumped and start moving stuff. Rams versus the Seahawks. Seahawks are -7. Over under 38.5. I know the Rams aren't playing anybody. I think the Rams are starting Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
Dalton Jimmy G.
I think our guy Zach Charbonnet is the running back for the Seahawks because the other guy is on IR.
He's out.
Was it Walker? Something like that.
Walker, I meant. Yeah, Walker.
So he's on
Walker's
IR. I don't think the Wonder Twins, Puka or Cup, are playing. So you're getting like this has got to be tough for bettors. These numbers are just out there. Like I haven't even put a bet in yet because I'm trying to figure out what to do.
You can't, man. Unless it's a game like Denver, something that pertains to winning or in. Some of these other teams, you ain't getting squat. They either resting up for the playoffs or getting ready to go out of town, vacation. So
Like a
I
place
wouldn't put no
like
coin
Puerto
on nothing but
Rico.
yeah, they packed up to go to Puerto Rico. Oh!
So,
but
yeah. Go ahead, Jack.
the Rams are just chilling. I mean, it's gonna be great. Blake Corum, that young running back out of Michigan, is gonna get some time play today over with the Rams, and I like that young boy. Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't know. I'm sure he's still pretty, but I ain't seen him throw a ball in a minute. So I believe Seattle's gonna bang the hell out of the Rams, man. Gino gonna throw for 300. It's gonna be a Seattle show here in LA.
I would expect if you're Seattle at some point, you throw in the kid that likes to get sacked, the kid from North Carolina that used to be here, Sam Howell. I think he's gonna probably take the second half because I prefer for Gino to get in, get some work, and then be done with the day. People are questioning the Rams strategy, but I think the Rams are of the belief that if they are healthy, they are dangerous. And there ain't no need in jeopardizing losing somebody here just to be the 3 or the 4 seed. They don't care. Because I think they gained a lot of confidence from beating Buffalo. I think the way they took Buffalo behind the woodshed, I think their theory is don't matter who it is, if we're healthy, we're dangerous. And I think that's how they're looking at it. And that's why this doesn't matter to them.
I agree.
KG?
Give me Seattle plus the 7 and the under.
Seattle plus 7 and the under. It's KG.
You know, LA's being smart, man. Anything could happen, like you said. Look what happened yesterday. Wasn't Zay Flowers down with a non-contact injury? I mean, nobody touched the cat. And it can happen like that, especially on some of these fields, man. So I agree with the Rams resting the cats up, especially because they've been banged up too. You know, Cooper Kupp, he's banged up, he's bruised. Stafford's got to be sore. He's had a hell of a season. Matthew Stafford, I've enjoyed watching him all year. So I definitely think Seattle's going to win this, and I'll take the under as well. I just it's going to be an ugly day.
Today. The play today might be just to run some unders.
You enjoy doing that too, don't you, Midnight Rider?
I'll take a jab at anything, just to get some sweat.
The first 2 weeks of the season, didn't you?
I did. It was unders, but it was something else. It was something else that I did unders on for like the first week or two. Yeah. And it worked for the first week. The second week I missed it by one team. But yeah, it's certain nights of the week the unders are live and amazing. And with that being said about amazing, we got your boy Baker Mayfield putting the ending or the ribbon on another season where he's played out of his mind. I think he's another quarterback that has shown the NFL that they're doing it wrong, rushing these guys to play. because you got Baker, you got Darno, two guys that were journeymen, but now because they're in the right system, they look like gangbusters. I mean, there's no holding back with these guys, and that's the crazy part. They're on the verge of doing something special. Him and Evans, because I think Evans, if he gets like 80 yards or 90 yards, he gets over 1,000 or something like that. So it'd be like almost 7 or 8 seasons over 1,000 yards for him.
I think he's done something that only Jerry Rice has done. I believe I heard this morning.
Yeah, that's it.
If he does that, so that's nice company right there. I like Mike Evans. He's a baller, man. And I think Baker Mayfield is going to take care of New Orleans and walk right on into the playoffs, man. I mean, New Orleans got Midnight Rider's favorite quarterback starting again, Spencer Rattler, who is ass. Maybe I'll put Rattler down for another interception or two. Every time I pick him to throw a pick, he picks it. Boy. Picky. Who you gonna call him? Pick.
I call him Baby Rex. He keeps both teams in the ball game. All right, we just lost KG completely.
He's gonna walk all over New Orleans today. I think, like you say, New Orleans ready for Cancun, wherever they're going. Tampa Bay, and I'm gonna take the over because I think Baker's gonna put up some big numbers. I know that New Orleans defense used to be strong, but I just think they gave up over there. So, and Pro Bowl shit's already been announced. So what's the play for the scrubs? Pretty much nothing.
I mean, I think it's sad that we got to have like the 5th alternate, because that's probably gonna be the person that ends up playing in the game.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
In the flag football game and competition, or whatever they call it now.
Right.
It's bullshit. Pro Bowl competition. Play a damn game, put your chin strap on and hit some people, man. That's what we watch. If we want to watch flag football, man, I'll go down the park on Saturday morning and watch some little youngins run around with flags on their hips. I don't want to watch $40 million football players running around with a flag on their hip, man. That's bullshit. So the Pro Bowl is ridiculous. I haven't watched any Pro Bowl stuff probably in 8 years because it's just a waste. NBA's on by that time, so I'm down like Charlie Brown.
Give me the Bucks. Oh, this number's so freaking ugly. I'm gonna take the under because I think this is gonna be like a 31-10 type of ball game. So I guess the Bucks cover. Ugh.
Baby gonna hang 40 on a Midnight Rider. Watch, baby gonna hang 40.
I think we see the kid from Florida that's the backup. I think you get him today at some point, as opposed to Baker all game. So
yeah, depending on score, probably, yeah.
And I think that's where everything goes from there. This is just an ugly week, man.
It is, man. It is.
And I know I keep saying it, and I apologize, but
it's gonna be the ugly weekend. The ugly Sunday of football is gonna be topped off with hopefully another amazing Minnesota-Detroit game tonight. So,
and that's where we go next. Let's go to Minnesota and Detroit. -2.5 over under 56.5. We have at this point in the year, we have the best 2 records that has ever participated in a single ball game, with both teams having over 14 victories. Both teams are in the same division, which is also kind of scary. The funny thing is it's 14-14. I think it's 10 by Green Bay. And then you got Chicago at 5 or whatever. I mean, the division itself is ridiculous all by itself. That's going to be interesting when we get into next season, how these divisions match up and play out the rest of the schedule. Like what division gets what on their schedule next year. So with that being said, Jack, Yeah, Jack. Let's lead it off. KG, if you're around, let's get you going. And then also get your pick for the Bucks game too.
The Buccaneer game, I'm taking the Bucks and the under.
Bucks and the
Okay.
under.
And this game, I'm taking the Lions and the over. This is going to be a shootout. This is going to be great. This is game of the week. That's why it's in the middle of the nickel. So,
Yeah. So the records in the NFC North, Lions and Vikings are 14-2, and then the Packers are 11-5, and then them lowly ass Bears at 4-12. So you figure the Bears are giving up 6 of those wins right there to them guys, because I'm pretty sure the Bears got swept by the conference.
Oh, I think the last one's today. So I think they play Chicago, Green Bay today.
They do play Green Bay today. You're correct. In this here Minnesota game, Minnesota's firing on all cylinders right now. And like I said, they got the best wide receiving tandem in the league in Addison and Jefferson. I love watching them two play. Like we've said before, Addison and Jefferson are 2 number 1 receivers. They are just, it don't matter which one they go to. And then you got Aaron Jones out of the backfield. He's also a good receiver and power running back. So I think Detroit's a little banged up, and they're gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna say they're gonna coast into this, but I don't think Coach is gonna do anything to jeopardize the health of the squad, whether they get the bye or not. So I don't think they're gonna get the bye. I think Minnesota's gonna win this game, and I'm gonna go Minnesota in the over. I think there's gonna be 60 points put up in this game today.
All right, real quick. I'm gonna hit a couple comments. Commanders got homecoming today by Timothy Watkins. DJ Woody O'Goody says the Pro Bowl is the worst. Thanks for tuning in, DJ. And Lee Ice, take the under in the Minnesota-Detroit game. Everybody expects points, but in this big game, the opposite will happen. Oh, he's trying to I think he's doing a little Kevin Sheehan smell test because something smells fishy here with this.
Can I say something real quick, fellas?
You can say a whole lot, brother.
I just wanted to say this because DJ Woody commented, and he commented on the shared link, and I just wanted to bring it over here. He said he normally agrees with me, but when it comes to Ron, nah. And let me explain. I'm not saying Ron was the greatest coach and he was this, he was that. No, I'm saying everything that Ron went through here, coming in, and he tried to put together a winner. It just didn't work out. And it happens. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It happens. Okay? We're not gonna sit there and say, oh, Ron's this terrible guy. He's all right. But let's not slander him on the way out the door. I said that when he got fired. I'm saying it now. Let's not slander Ron, please.
I don't think it's, you see, I think the difference is you're taking it as slandering them. I just think we're pointing out that for whatever reason, and I think the reasons are multiple. Like management cannot function when you have bad management. Like it's one of those things when you're poorly run, and this goes to the top. I think what you're taking it as is us slandering Ron, but I think it's the whole process. It's the tiers. It's Dan. It's Jason Wright. And I never really wanted to get on Jason Wright's case, but I know when I see somebody that's performing for bad managers, bad things happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't get somebody's full potential, full talent because the manager is always in the way or he's rushing to do something. Like they did the 2-2-24 thing when they said new name. Like when they did the Sean Taylor naming of the road and had the people in front of the urinals, and even when they did the Sean Taylor statue thing, like all those things look like things that somebody rushed to do because they were trying to get in front of a story. And I think that's the difference with the Ron thing. I think we liked Ron early on, but then we started noticing that there was chinks in the armor, and that's what we're holding them accountable for. I mean, you got to look at a team. You're looking at a team that in 4 years of Ron Rivera drafting, the only person in the top 2 picks that he took that's left It's Quan Martin and Sam Cosmi. That's not good.
No, it's not. But I will say this: Ron helped usher in a culture change, and then the culture just got better. It got way better under Quinn. So
I give you that. Totally give you that.
No.
Let's see what Jack said. Jack Sweeney, Minnesota is going to beat Detroit. I'll take the over. Write it down because I like this. They're going to blitz Detroit damn near every play. I think they blitz 40% of the time. That can't be damn near every play if it's 40%. That's that. We go to Bladensburg too. Y'all doing that Bladensburg math over here?
No, I don't think Jack went to Blade.
I don't think he did either. I'm just messing with him. Nah, but I'm with y'all. I mean,
where'd you go to school, Jack?
Let's go back here. I'm sorry. No, you good. You good. I'm trying to get the thing back up, but I don't see it. KG, can you throw the banner from the Minnesota game up for me?
What do you need, all around?
Thank you. Vikings, Lions, -2. So I'm gonna take the Vikings to win. You know what? I'm gonna smell what the Lee Ice is cooking, and I'm gonna go with the under. I'm gonna do that. I like that because I think
he's not elite for it, so
yeah, but not so fast. I think this is
not
gonna
so
work.
fast. Lee Ice,
I like that theory. I can see this being a game where the defense is stand up a little bit, and we don't get the points we expect. So I can go with that.
Detroit's just ready for playoff ball. Detroit's just ready for playoff ball. I can see that. That coach is dialed in. I don't think he's as much worried about this. I mean, yes, number 1 seed is nice, but I think so got too much, man.
I think you want the number 1 seed so you get the bye because
of course you do.
They got so many injuries. Detroit needs this more than Minnesota does. Because I think Minnesota is just really walking into their best life or their best part of this because you talked about Addison, you talked about Jefferson. The guy you missed was Hockenson, who's finally back. He's probably, since he's another 8 weeks removed from his injury, I think he's walking into, finally being healthy and being in good football shape. Like they have 3 dynamic pass catchers in Minnesota. And there's no way. I mean, if I'm Sam Darnold, I even call them and ask them, hey, I just want to stay. Like I don't need 60 or 50 million. I'll take 40 and I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, but you got JJ there, man. I don't know.
But JJ becomes a chip. Because maybe you keep Darnold for another year or two and you allow JJ to develop. You know what I'm saying? Like we just talked about Baker Mayfield. We talked about Sam Darnold. We didn't even talk about Josh Rosen, who had his situation, which is creepy and scary from some of the stuff that I've heard. Like some of these quarterbacks just need time. And we're at a point where we're playing these guys out of the gates. And KG looked at me funny when I told him on draft night that this class of quarterbacks has a chance to rival the class of 83. He looked at me like I had 2 heads.
Because you did have a head, sir.
Huh?
I agree with that.
Like, what were you? Now, we're not going to be able to know this until another 10, 15 years. So we got time. So, when we sitting around and, we like 70 and we talking about this shit, I'll be able to say, yeah, you was right or you was hella wrong on that. But, I looked at you funny. You talking about one of the greatest quarterback classes of all time.
Yep.
And I just think this class has the ability from top to bottom to be that type of class. Because all of them outside of Williams is the only dude that landed in a bad situation. McCarthy gets to sit behind Darnold and take his time. He's got to heal up. If Minnesota wanted to live dangerously, they could try to make a move to trade him. Penix is, like I said on draft night, Penix went to a perfect situation. And I think Atlanta took the right risk. I even said that when we talked about it. I said Atlanta took the right risk because they'll never be in this spot again. Why not get your quarterback? So what, you got to sit him. That's what everybody wants you to do. So they sat him for most of the year. Now he came out and he throwing lasers. His only problem is these guys ain't catching the ball for him. And he a little bit off, but what he's off is just because he hasn't played. Knicks killing it in Denver. Probably should have that team in the playoffs. Daniels.
They're winning in, aren't they? Denver's winning in.
Yeah, winning in.
Mm-hmm.
Daniels, I mean, nothing else has to be said about Daniels. I tell everybody right now, Daniels gets the same respect from me that whenever we talk about the old Lakers teams, I say the Lakers in 6, I got us. I don't care who we play in the playoffs. You bring us Detroit, we got 5. I got us. You want to bring us Minnesota? We got 5. I got us. You want us to play Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay? We got 5. I got us. You want us to play Philadelphia?
Tampa Bay.
We got 5. I got us. I don't care who we play, Jack Carr.
Minnesota will annihilate Washington.
Okay.
That defensive secondary Washington's got.
Who we got?
Who's taking it apart with Addison now? You crazy.
Who we got playing quarterback? We got 5.
I don't feel that way about JD5. I feel much better about JD5 than I did draft night. I'm on the JD5 train. But Minnesota will annihilate Washington if we play them in the playoffs. You nuts.
No, we not. We going to be there.
We are not a team like that yet.
We got 5.
Oh, yeah, Tim. He got a bottle already. Probably already a bottle in this morning.
We got 5.
I like 5. But we're not there yet. If Washington doesn't get a victory in the playoffs this year, I will not be disappointed. If they do get one, that's going to be a surprise because nobody thought we was going to be in the playoffs this year. So,
and as Jack alluded to, Timothy Watkins' comment, bring that bottle when you come. Damn, that's right. This is. Hey Tim, are we doing Courtney's birthday this weekend or next weekend? Because she's the 11th. So let me know what the plan is, and I might try to get up there.
Right.
I see that. Here we go. KG.
Yes, sir.
Let's get in these last 2 games. Let's start with the Bills and the Patriots. All right, so we got Bills Patriots. The Bills minus 3.5 over under 36. That must mean Mitch Trubisky's playing quarterback for Buffalo. That's the only way this line is 36.5.
Yeah, let me look into that.
And Buffalo's probably because I don't think Buffalo can gain anything from their situation. I think they're the 2 no matter what. Worst case scenario, they're the 3, and I don't think they care if they're the 2 or the 3 or not, because you end up in the same part of the bracket. Because you're playing, it's 2-7 and then 3-6.
Yeah, so, I don't see nothing about Allen not playing.
I don't think he's going to play today.
Maybe not much, but he's going to play. Cooper's out, as everybody knows. But I don't know. He could have a big day and solidify a possibility of being a MVP. So I don't know. I mean, he had 6 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. I think he had 4 last week. So who knows what Josh Allen can do? And your cookouts next weekend, Midnight Rider.
Say that again.
Get-togethers next weekend, Tim said.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jack.
Yeah, I think Buffalo is gonna beat New England. I don't think it's gonna be like it was what was that, 2 weeks ago? I think they matched up as well. I don't think it's gonna be like that game. I think Buffalo's gonna get them, and Buffalo on the over is what I like to take on this one here today.
I'm gonna take the Patriots because I think they got See, this is what scares me about these games, and this is why I don't like this week. Because if the Patriots were really true to the cause, whoever their third quarterback would be in the ball game today, because they'd be playing for draft position as opposed to trying to win this ball game. And with Buffalo playing Trubisky, I can see Trubisky being bad enough. Like, I don't think Trubisky sucks, but I think he's not good. So let's go.
So you think New England's going to put in Joe Milton III? I don't even know who the hell that is.
That's the kid from Tennessee. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that he can't. He's like if you ever, what's that movie? Remember the Titans when he said you can't pitch it 2 feet, but you can throw it 70 yards. That's Joe Milton. Joe Milton can throw it out the barn, but he can't do the little things but I'd like to see him get some time because he's one of those guys that he's a very big developmental project. But what do you lose? What do you lose playing him? You play him, you lose the ball game, you keep your draft stock or your draft status at either 1 or 2. And I think that's more important in New England than anything else.
I don't think they can get 1. Isn't Chicago locked at 1?
Nah. Chicago's like in the midst with the Giants and all them because Chicago won too much early on. It's a bunch of teams that's 3-13. I think we have more 3 and whatever teams than we've ever had. Yeah. We got like 6.
5 of them.
Yeah.
I think, the Giants, the Patriots, the Browns, and the Titans. And then there's 4 or 5 4-win teams right there. So, you know, with the 14-win teams and the 12-win teams and all that, that's what brings these 3-win teams. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have teams with big win numbers, you're going to have teams with small win numbers. So, 3 wins is pathetic.
And Tim says the Lions will lose in the playoffs because the coach gambles too much.
No, that's not why.
I think their defense is so decimated that that's going to be a struggle. KG, what you got for the Patriots?
Next man up, dude, and they're doing it solid.
KG?
You go.
I'm taking the Bills, and this is going to be a low-scoring affair. This is going to be like 13-7 Bills. They're not going to score anything. This is why this game is over under 36.5, and the Bills have put up, 40 points the last couple of weeks, but it's like they can't. The Bills don't even show up against the Patriots anymore. Like they scared Tom Brady going to walk through the door. Like that's a problem for me. But the Bills won't put up no points today. Go ahead and a touchdown, 2 field goals, maybe 6 point, maybe two field goals from the Patriots. But this is a 13-6, 13-7 game. Give me the under.
Pew pew. Shootout, baby. All right. What we got left? I think we got
Buffalo.
Commanders
Buffalo
and Cowboys.
Yeah,
KG, you want to go ahead?
Cowboys,
You want to start this off, KG?
All I hear, and I hope DJ Woody's still watching, all I hear is we want Dallas. Because those haters can't stand us. Left hand up, who are we? The Commanders. Hopefully Trey Lance starts this game because he is so good, man. He is phenomenal. He is so good. Ezekiel Elliott will not be playing this game because he was released. Brandon Cooks needs to have a good game. I need Brandon Cooks to have a good game. I got him in fantasy, so I need to win this fantasy Super Bowl. But
yeah, we got Super Bowl on week 18.
Yeah, every available week.
Yeah.
I prepped for this. Did you?
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it right. The Cowboys looked so good last week. I don't know if we can beat them. I don't know. I don't know if we can beat them. Go ahead and give me the Cowboys in this one and the under. 24 to 23.5. Cowboys.
All right, Jack, take it away.
Well, I don't think Lance is going to start for the Cowboys today. They're going to put Cooper Rush under center. Cooper Rush is the best quarterback the Cowboys have had in the past 2 years, in my opinion. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the wins, losses. I don't think the Cowboys can beat the Redskins today, but, this rivalry thing, and Cowboys got nothing to lose, so they're going to throw it all at you. They're going to throw kitchen sinks, refrigerators, everything at Washington today. And Washington's got to be smart. They got to be smart. I wouldn't even have a problem if they rest up a little bit later in the game. Eckler's back today, I hear. One of my favorite players on the team. I've been saying that since day one. And when Eckler's in the game, he gives us some big spurts. So I look forward to Eckler getting a touchdown today and his welcome back. And Jaden Daniels hopefully has a safe and conservative game. Just enough, let's get this victory and go on into the playoffs. I take Washington and the under. Washington straight up in the under.
Well, they're showing a lot of Trey Lance. So it looks like, because I watched the best pregame show in the land, Trey Lance is expected to start today.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So that makes it even more interesting because he's one of those guys. I think he's a boom or bust type of guy.
Then I'll take the over.
I think I'm going to take the under, but I think it's going to be one of those 27-7, 27-3 type of days. I think Washington has to get the 6th seed or wants to get the 6th seed. But like I said before early in the show, we got 5. I'm taking 5 against anybody. I don't care who the world throws at us.
Let me throw this.
I already know. Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt. Let me throw this comment out before it gets lost in the shuffle. It was on the share feed from Sarah Graziani. She said Pittsburgh is the opposite. Leave the coaches to do what they do without repercussions. When we were talking about Mike Tomlin being out in Pittsburgh, which I don't think is going to happen. Mike Tomlin retires still.
Sarah with the H. That used to be my work wife. At Yelp. That's my person. She's one of my faves.
Look here.
Hold on, before you go, Jack. Before you go, just let her know that the Nitty Kitties played Notre Dame this week. I know she's not a Nitty Kitties fan, but we'll talk about that. Go ahead, Jack.
It's like if they're starting Trey Lance, like you say, then the Skins need to just pin their ears back, man, and blitz the shit out of him. Send Luva, send all of them. Send Fowler at him, Chin. I mean, they need to just blitz the shit out of Trey Lance, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some defensive scoring today from Washington. So, and Tiffany Watkins, man, and I had a couple other people tell me this. Homecoming in the NFL, to me, that's stupid. We're not high school. We're not college. We're pros. Ain't no damn homecoming. That was just something Washington made up to try to get fans in the stadium a couple years ago. So that makes me laugh. That was a way to bring
that. That's always been a way to bring that. That's a way to bring the Hogs and the Over the Hill gang, all the guys. That's what that is. That's what homecoming is for everybody to come back. But how are we having homecoming if we're in Dallas this week? Today.
No, that's what I was tripping about. This is the second time I've heard it. We're not even home. But we have had a homecoming game at home. Tim being silly, that's what's up with him. Timothy Rogers said, we are playing a high school team. They're not the worst in the league, though, Tim. And they beat us last time.
I don't know if I gave my pick or my thoughts on this game.
You had the under.
All right, so I got. You know what? We gotta put that in. I'm playing unders today.
What would you say on the New England game? You picked New England.
I think I took the Patriots and the under.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you went all unders on here today.
I never take unders, and I just feel like this is the week of the under. And as I say this,
what'd you give me on the Rams game?
Rams Seahawks. I think I took Seahawks in the under.
I think you did too. Damn, son. Because you got to stick with your boy, Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet. So, yeah, but maybe I do what do we feel like? Do I feel like a touchdown bet today or like anytime scores?
You want to do a touchdown bet? I'll be more than happy to help you.
All right, let's talk it out. We got show. We got airing opportunity.
Touchdown Jefferson. Washington. I think Eckler's going to get one. Seattle. Metcalf. And Buffalo Cook. Cook's a touchdown machine in Buffalo, man. I think he might lead the league in touchdowns.
I don't know if he's that good or that far up, but he could
15?
be.
He got 15. I think he's got more than a Henry. Henry's got.
All right, so we got same game parlay. All right, so
you go and put 10 on it. I'll take 5, and we'll just knock that off that postage I lost with you.
What was it? Nah, I'll send you the postage back. Just tell me what the postage is. I'll pay you back. I feel bad for that.
No. We'll put it on this bet. Put it down for 10. I'll take 5 of it. I got 5 on it.
I ain't got that. Let's see. Because I'm going to change something. I already know I'm going to change something.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing today. I think today's a bad bet day, man.
I know it is, but
I don't recommend it.
All right.
Unless you bet NBA or college. I would not bet on NFL slate today. Now, next weekend, that's a different story. We got next weekend? Wild card weekend. I'll be banging.
I wanted to hit a topic because you're a big basketball guy. Kind of late in the rundown. I apologize that I didn't give you a heads up on this, but cool, Jimmy Butler wants to be out of Miami, and he's starting to do the Jimmy Butler pouting tour, which that's the only thing I don't like about him.
They put nothing around him in how long?
No, I totally agree. I mean, they've been stealing the last 2 years because of their coach, but I mean, he has to do the press conference and he has to whine and just go to him and say, hey, I want to be traded. Give me out as soon as possible. Please let it be. And just that's it.
He did. He went to Pat and said he want to be traded, and Pat ain't say shit. And then he in the locker room talking about he want to be traded, and then Pat gonna suspend him with attitude dementia to the team. I mean, just get him out. I mean, like I said, you ain't put nothing around him. But Tyler Hero, you let go of that cat that you sent over to wasn't Bam with him in Miami?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they got rid of him. And they don't keep nobody over there to build around Jimmy. And I hear Jimmy might go to Milwaukee, and that could be a problem. But
that seems, if you put that doesn't even make sense. Because then you can't. So. The basketball doesn't move enough for me there.
I would trade Zach LaVine to get Jimmy back in Chicago where he belongs.
That's been a talk too. Well, there's also a shot. Chicago's in the mix, and LaVine is leaving, but it's a 3-team trade, and they got Jimmy Butler going to Denver. Also seen that calculation, man. Jimmy could work in Denver. Jimmy could definitely work in Denver.
Jimmy would actually be perfect in Denver because then it'd be him and Jamal Murray, and they can do their thing. I can see that.
Well, Jay's been off, man. Jamal Murray, he has not been balling this year like he has in the previous couple of years. His numbers are down. His percentage is down. I'm really surprised because I like Jamal Murray's game. He's not balling. I don't know what's up with him. So, yeah, Jimmy Butler in Denver would be sweet. It would be, making the West stronger. But right now, everybody knows what's going on. The favorites to repeat in Boston Celtics, babe. That's what's happening. Anybody coming at me talking about, oh, look out for Cleveland. Man, we going to fold Cleveland up like a wet napkin like we did last year. I ain't worried about Cleveland in the NBA. What we got here?
You got a comment?
Yes. Yeah, Timmy commented in saying that Milwaukee would have to clear cap space.
Okay.
And, yeah, but that release a cap. That can be done quick. But you're right. I don't see Jimmy working in Milwaukee like he would in Denver. Denver's the perfect fit for him. And I expect to see this done this week. Jimmy Butler relocate. It's going to happen this week because we got till February 6th, but I don't think Pat Riley's going to let it drag on this long because Pat don't like all that shade on his program there. So I think Pat Riley's going to make this move quicker than let it drag on. There you are, Tim. Repeat, baby. Repeat.
Oh boy.
Besides
KG, can you add something to the show to help me out here?
He can add whatever he wants. He the boss dog.
I know you out and about.
What time is it?
All right, let's get to I need to pull the graphic up. So it's that time of the day. We get towards the end of the show. What you eating? What are you eating today, Jack Carr?
Well, you know how I roll when y'all come to me. I'll tell you what I ate yesterday. I'll tell you what I ate this morning, and I won't even know what I'm going to eat this evening. But last night I had some Cracker Barrel. Went and got that country fried steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and collards. Boy, it was banging. Fucking Cracker Barrel is just on point. You go in there and get a pot pie. You get a bowl. You get some, some catfish. You get anything at the damn Cracker Barrel. I just don't understand how people go so far to get to a Cracker Barrel. I got people that come all the way over here on the Eastern Shore to hit our Cracker Barrel, and some get up on 95 to go get that one at that rest stop. It's, I'm fortunate to have one in my community, but I never drove all over God's creation to hit Cracker Barrel, even though it is good. Tonight, what I see, my wife has some chicken out, so we have some kind of chicken tonight, and I don't know, they out running right now. It's funny, man. My daughter been home on winter break. Good Lord, I had no idea winter break was this long, man. It's like 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, you leave campus like the second week of December after your final, and then you don't go back to campus until like the 3rd or 4th week of January.
End of January, correct. She's about 28.
Yeah.
God damn. I ain't saying nothing. She might watch.
Nah, because I used to stay on campus because I worked in the bookstore. So that was like prime position because I just leave my dorm room, walk over to the bookstore. I was in like the shipping and receiving. So we got all the packages. We had the coolest UPS guy in the world. And we just have like pallets of books coming in. And all you had to do was just tag them and put them out. You tag them, throw them out to the thing. The people that were the runners would come and get them. We had a bunch of temps that worked this time of year because we were getting ready for the new school year. It was good times, man. Probably the best 3 years of a first job, or not a first job, but a job tied into my school. Just amazing, man. And then you could watch people try to steal books and all the cats doing their thing, or people trying to pay you on the side. It was like, nah, dog, I'm good. I like my job.
Yeah, she's been bored, so she got a little job doing Instacart. So she's running around doing that right now. They was on their way to the Safeway anyway, so you might as well make a couple $. She's been doing Instacart now for a week, So, and she's going to do it when she returns to campus too. So,
Yeah, boy. Hey, if she need any pointers, Jack, tell her hit me up, and I'll put her in contact with my wife. My wife was a master at that. My wife used to bring in $1,400 a week on that.
$1,400 a week.
Yeah, my wife was making more money than me doing Instacart. She was rolling with that, man.
No, I might holler at her. Shoot. But yeah, she's not doing nothing like that. 80, 60,
See,
$80 a day.
I worked Instacart at the worst time. I did it like at the beginning of the pandemic when we were locked down. So most of the grocery stores were just like barren. Like you go in for like orange juice, and it wouldn't be any kind of juice on the shelf. Like the whole shelf would be gone.
She started like right before the pandemic, and she went all the way through the pandemic. Like she got us. Well, I mean, she got us through the beginning of the pandemic. Like doing that, man, everybody else was essential. And well, I was essential because I was working at Amazon at the time. So, everybody got to get their package. That was
right.
Big thing. But, she was coming out and we were getting home at the same time. She'd be like, yep, I'm good. And really? We were able to buy a new car because of that.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I had the opposite because my luck during the pandemic was like, it was so hit or miss. It was nothing on the shelves. It was just a hassle at a certain point. I think I did about 5 orders and I was just like, yeah, I'm good. And I just bowed out. That's crazy. I wish I had known.
I never heard of it till the pandemic. And pandemic, shit, I went 5-6 weeks. I didn't even leave my neighborhood, man. It was a little different for me. I was concerned and I feared for my health. I was a little bit sickly at the time and high risk of catching it. So I stayed up in the house in the neighborhood. It was weird, man. It was like a long snow day. You know what I'm saying? Like a long snow weekend. When it first started, everybody was Instacart, getting your snacks and your chips and watching binge watching all your shows. And it was just weird, man.
I think for me, I think I caught COVID like that in November. And I was out for the 14 days or whatever it was. And then I just didn't feel right because they called me and they was like, hey, let's say it's day 10 or whatever the quarantine time was. And I was like, yeah. They was like, how you feel? I was like, I'm okay. And they were like, all right, you good. I'm like, what you mean I'm good? Like I just had the world's most dangerous disease and you're trying to tell me that I'm good? That's it? Like there's no testing.
Oh, is that how they did it? I was going to say you might have caught it before you detected it and you're good. But yeah, my first time catching it, I was pretty bad. I was in bad shape. It wasn't fun. I had a little bit of breathing issues, and it wasn't cool. The second time I got it, I couldn't believe I had it. I'm like, nah, I feel good. So I've had it twice.
Thank God I've only had it once. And when I caught it, I got caught it from Xavier brought it home first.
Ooh.
He brought it home from school. And then once he brought it home from school, Akasha caught it. And then I was changing the Akasha sheet, not thinking I had gloves on and all of that. And I was sweating. I went to thumb my brow to wipe the sweat off, not thinking that I had gloves on. And I was like, fuck. And the next thing you know, I had it worse than everybody else. Like my wife was like, all you wanted to do was sleep. I was like, because you don't let me sleep 20 minutes. She was like, no, you would sleep for 4 hours. I was like, wow.
Hey guys, can I bring something to our attention?
Yeah.
We love our fans that comment, but look over at the comment wall right now. It's like, damn, it look like nobody in the room but Timothy. They all him.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's cool. Your fingers tired yet, Tim? Nah, I love it, man. I love it. I love seeing all these comments. I want to thank the tandem from Wisconsin, Melody and Jack Sweeney for chiming in, Earl Lawrence, Timothy Watkins. Oh, we didn't see V this morning. No V. Lee Ice, DJ Woody, Opie Buchanan down Ocean City, Maryland. God, look at all this, man. Every week it's getting better and better, guys, and we love it. Please continue, man. We love
Don't
it.
forget, you got a new comment from
my bad.
No, you good. Go ahead. So Jamie Myrick.
And my friend Jamie Myrick over here, Ken Island, she's a baller from back in, way back when, grew up in a balling family. I'll go ahead and get a shout out right now. Her brother's foundation, the Bubba's Blankets program I was telling you guys about a couple shows ago. That's Jamie's brother's foundation there, Team Jimmy, the face of the Maryland Special Olympics, man. I'll get into it more on another show, but thanks for tuning in.
No. Let's stay here down. Let's get Bubba's Blankets. Let's try to find a date for them on the passenger seat on Wednesday night. See if we can get them in the schedule, man. I'd love to have that story.
Bingo.
I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
either get Mom Myrick or we'll get Jamie or we'll get both of them. They're
I'm
doing
cool with
great
either one,
things,
man.
helping people, comforting people in the hospitals, dealing with illnesses. It's amazing what they do with them blankets and all the warmth it brings in people's hearts. So big love for Bubba's Blankets program. Big love.
And I'm sorry, KG. I don't know if we got what you're eating because I know I didn't do mine yet.
I'm going simple today because it's Dallas week. It doesn't feel like Dallas week. It ain't felt like Dallas week in quite some time. Even when we win, we lose. It does not feel like Dallas week. I haven't even brung out, the jerseys and everything. I don't have it in me. But I'm eating ham and cheese.
You're not gonna have no bread?
If it's a hot ham and cheese, come on, bro.
Then it's a grilled cheese.
I guess you could say that it's got ham in the middle.
Grilled ham and cheese. I like grilled cheese with bacon and tomatoes.
I love grilled cheese with pepperoni. I'm a fan of different cheeses.
My daughter likes that.
Kobe Jack, Swiss, and I love grilling different cheeses because nothing is better than a pepper jack grilled cheese with pepperonis in the middle on Texas toast. Nothing's better.
I do 3, so I got to do either cheddar, Havarti, and pepper jack. It's got to be a mixture. I can't have just one when I do a grilled cheese.
Yeah, I've done cheddar and brie before. That's money.
Yeah, and I've got the easy item on the menu today because I just need
peppers and onions.
I got to throw out the peppers and onions in like a frozen thing, but I'm doing spaghetti with some peppers and onions. The thing I didn't get was diced tomatoes.
All our people out there that chiming in for the first time. Midnight Rider eats peppers and onions every day.
With whatever meal is.
That's why we crack on him about the peppers and onions.
It's every meal. Every meal comes with peppers and onions, baby.
We know that.
Yeah. But I see Jamie chimed in. We can make that work. We just figure out the schedule, but I want to get definitely us a part of any of these kind of endeavors. I know Monk's been doing some stuff with his charity work as well. So definitely let's just try to put it on the page. Jamie, you feel welcome to post any events you guys are doing on the Sideline Junkies podcast page. We always just want to be part of everything that we're trying to do or that you guys are trying to do.
She said she's going to get Mama Myrick involved. And, they've handed out over 2,000 blankets this year, man. That's
perfect.
They said they get so much fabric and everything donated and sent to them. It's overwhelming. The love that comes into them, man.
I'd love to hear the story, how we got to that point, everything.
We can do that. We can probably get them in the passenger seat mid-February.
Okay. KG, you got anything else you want to do?
Not today. I'm like this. Hearing this thing about Bubba's Blankets, like I'm intrigued, man. Like when it comes to the passenger seat that comes on every Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. When it comes to it, I'm always more of a fan than a producer. I've even gotten to the point where I forget that I'm producing. I'll be watching the show and I'm like, man, this is good. This is beautiful. But I am looking forward. So like once we get a date nailed down, that's got to be circled on the calendar. Because like Midnight Rider said, we want to be involved with stuff like that. And that's something, I think that's a goal that we need to put out there publicly for 2025. Any causes, no matter what it is, if the Sideline Junkies can promote it and be a part of it and help spread awareness for something, man, we all for it. That's what we for. And don't have to just be on the passenger seat. I mean, hell, it don't matter what show. We are about community. And I've been trying to keep my promise to spread more of the Sideline Junkies content. So if you miss any show you can't watch, you can always listen on the Odyssey app. You can listen on Spotify. You can listen on Apple iTunes. You can listen on iHeartRadio. All your major platforms that you stream on, we're on it. And you can just listen to us. You don't have to watch. You can listen to us. You can watch us on replay, whatever. Just watch. And I guarantee you will not be disappointed, because once we get this thing in 2025 really rolling and we get back into the community like we need to do, I see big things happen. Like I'm excited already, man. I'm excited for Wednesday's backseat. Before we go, Jack, what you got Wednesday? What you on the backseat drive Midnight Rider got coming up Wednesday?
Wednesday night, 8 p.m. We're gonna have Dougie Rome on the show. Mr. Doug Rome, he's down in Georgia, and baseball player. Went to high school here in PG County. Went on to play ball at University of Maryland, get education, University of Maryland, and he's doing big things in Georgia. He's going to be a great interview. Dougie's a great guy. You're going to have a lot of fun with him, Midnight Rider. Dougie's a great guy. A guy I grew up with. His mom and dad were great friends with my mom and dad growing up, and he's a little younger than me, so we didn't play together much. But he's a great guy, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with Dougie and see what he's up to nowadays. So that's Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Let's split it like we did DJ, where we got to know the guy first, and then let's talk about everything else he's doing, talk some sports, and have fun the second half.
All right, we'll talk about it. Pre-show.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
I'm with you.
We're really having a good time with him in the passenger seat. And like I say, I know people see that I'm on several shows a week, but this here is sports, chopping it up right here. But what we doing in the passenger seat, man, it's deep. It's real deep. I mean, it's an interview of a person throughout sports. It's not legends. It's not Hall of Famers. I'd like to have a Hall of Famer now, and Hall of Famers going to be on my show. I'm down. It's ball players, it's coaches, it's referees, umpires, sports fans, sports mascots, just somebody that's had sports affect their life somehow, some way, and we're going to dig into it and see how their sports journey went. So it's really a fun show, and usually you can tune in first 5 minutes, you're going to know if you're going to be into that show. And most of our shows, what is this? I think this is show number 10, big round number. Show number 10, I believe. We took a little hiatus for the holidays. It was driving me nuts being off for 2 weeks. I was going crazy every Wednesday. So, come check us out Wednesday, 8 p.m., YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Like I tell you, we everywhere, baby.
KG, take us home.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We will be back on Tuesday for the Tuesday night flight. No game on Monday. So all your games are right today. So we'll wrap up Black Monday and, surprises and things that we already know. On Tuesday, we'll talk a little NBA, college basketball, whatever comes up. Until Tuesday, that's the Gentleman Jack. That's the Midnight Ride. I'm the big guy, KG. The boss, BJ, was on assignment today. Can't say we don't do no overtime because we get in trouble for this, but we are out of here.
We had
Mr.
technical
BJ.
difficulties.
Yeah, we'll get them difficulties straightened out.